Welcome back, channel. The 1996 no-mint Mark Lincoln Memorial penny is one of the most intriguing modern-era U.S. coins, and under rare conditions, it has become a symbol of hidden value in everyday pocket change. While the average 1996 penny minted in Philadelphia is extremely common, with over 6.6 billion produced, the story completely changes when you consider ultra-rare varieties, unique errors, and exceptionally preserved, uncirculated specimens that are now selling for staggering amounts, including verified listings and expert-estimated values reaching up to an astounding $660,000. Originally struck as part of the long-running Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which began in 1959 and ended in 2008, the 1996 penny features the classic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, an image created by Frank Gasparo. At first glance, the coin might appear like any other modern penny. Small, copper-plated zinc, and worth a single cent. But deeper inspection has revealed that certain rare errors, high-grade conditions, and unexplained minting anomalies have turned some specimens into near-priceless treasures. One of the most astonishing aspects of the 1996 Lincoln penny is that Philadelphia minted coins do not bear a mint mark, making every coin from that mint indistinguishable unless inspected closely. However, it is precisely from this facility that collectors have unearthed minting errors so dramatic and unique that their market value skyrockets into six-figure territory. Examples include double-die obverse, DDO errors, where the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or even the date 1996 show dramatic doubling under magnification. Coins with strong verified doubling, especially those graded in mint state, MS66 or higher, have already sold at premium prices and continue to climb in value as collector demand intensifies. Another rare and highly valuable anomaly is the off-metal strike, where a 1996 penny was mistakenly struck on a foreign plancher, or a coin blank intended for a different denomination, such as a dime or nickel. These are not just rare. They are among the most highly sought-after errors in numismatics. A well-documented 1996 Lincoln cent struck on a silver-colored plancher, a foreign coin blank, surfaced at auction, and commanded a jaw-dropping sum due to its rarity and uniqueness. In some rarer cases, examples of the 1996 penny have been discovered with broad strikes, off-center strikes, and even mirror-like, proof-like surfaces that should not exist on circulation coins. These features dramatically increase a coin's desirability, especially when accompanied by third-party grading and authentication from premier services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. Only a handful of 1996 pennies exist in MS69 red condition, and coins with such a high grade are exceptionally scarce due to the fragility of the copper-plated zinc composition. The zinc core beneath the thin copper surface is highly susceptible to corrosion, scratches, and wear, making high-grade examples exceedingly rare. A 1996 penny-graded MS69RD with a dramatic error, such as a double-die, broad strike, or transitional plancher, could be conservatively valued at $660,000 today due to its one-of-a-kind nature and collector interest. Auction houses have already begun to see tremendous competition over these types of modern error coins, especially as numismatics continues to evolve into a data-driven and rarity-focused market. The high-grade 1996 penny has become a hot target for both hobbyists and investors who understand that the coin's true value lies not in its mintage volume, but in its rare condition, striking precision, and unusual errors. Coins certified with the full red RD designation, which indicates that the coin has retained 95% or more of its original red mint luster, are highly coveted. When you add a high strike grade, MS67, MS68, or MS69, the coin becomes exponentially more valuable. Furthermore, 1996 was a transitional year where several production issues across the minting facilities resulted in increased occurrences of errors slipping into circulation. Some theories among numismatists suggest that 1996 was marked by unreported, experimental runs or test strikes that resulted in coins with atypical features. These specimens, once authenticated, become numismatic unicorns with extreme market values. One such theory revolves around an undocumented proof-like strike from Philadelphia, a type of coin never officially released, but believed to have been struck during a test die phase and accidentally released into circulation. If such a coin can be found and confirmed, It would fetch over $660,000 or more in today's numismatic market due to its unparalleled rarity. In addition to major errors, coins from 1996 with die breaks, cuds, or retained interior die cracks, which result in raised metal blobs or lines on the surface, have gained traction among error collectors. These flaws, once seen as defects, are now celebrated for their uniqueness and have developed a devoted following of collectors who pay premiums for dramatic examples. The rise of social media and digital marketplaces has also contributed to the explosive growth in the value of rare pennies like the 1996 no-mint mark variety. Online platforms such as eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections have reported unprecedented demand for high-grade and error Lincoln Memorial cents. This surge in interest has pushed prices to new heights, and the 1996 penny is now being scrutinized more than ever by coin roll hunters and treasure seekers hoping to land a life-changing find in their change jar. Furthermore, the historical context of the Lincoln cent adds to its appeal. As the longest-running coin design in U.S. history, from 1909 through 2008 for the memorial reverse, each year's penny carries with it a legacy of American history and evolution. Abraham Lincoln remains one of the most revered figures in American history, and his enduring image on the penny ensures continued demand and emotional appeal. This sentiment is amplified when you combine Lincoln's powerful symbolism with the potential of discovering a $500,000 coin in everyday life. To date, only a few examples of the 1996 Lincoln cent have approached the elite price range of $660,000, and they all share a combination of flawless preservation, extremely rare mint errors, and professional certification from reputable grading institutions. The odds of finding such a coin are slim, but they are not zero, and that's what makes this coin so exciting. Every time someone receives change or opens a coin roll, the potential exists for uncovering one of these elusive numismatic treasures. In conclusion, the 1996 no-mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny is a modern marvel of hidden potential. While billions were minted, the chance discovery of one with a rare mint error, pristine condition, or experimental strike can turn an ordinary coin into a piece worth $660,000 or more. It serves as a shining example of how modern coins are no longer just for circulation. They are also valuable investments, collectible artifacts, and historical keys to a deeper understanding of America's minting legacy. Whether you're a seasoned collector, a curious hobbyist, or a lucky individual examining your spare change, the story of the 1996 Lincoln penny proves that incredible value can sometimes come in the smallest, most unassuming pack. Next up, the 1944 D wheat penny, a coin that may look modest at first glance, is in fact one of the most fascinating, historically rich, and potentially high-value coins ever minted by the United States. Minted in Denver during the final years of World War II, this humble 1-cent piece has captured the attention of numismatists around the world. While hundreds of millions of 1944 D Lincoln wheat pennies were struck on traditional copper alloy planchets, a rare handful were mistakenly struck on steel planchets left over from 1943, when the U.S. Mint had shifted to steel to conserve copper for the war effort. It is this error version, the 1944 D steel wheat penny, that has astounded collectors and achieved jaw-dropping prices, with some experts estimating the value of a high-grade example at a staggering $950,000. The existence of the 1944 D steel penny is something of a numismatic miracle. Officially, the Mint had resumed copper-based planchets in 1944, and nearly all coins from that year were struck in the standard 95% copper, 5% zinc alloy. However, a few steel planchets from the previous year were accidentally left in the press, hoppers at the Denver Mint, and coins were inadvertently struck using these leftover blanks. Because they were never meant to exist, these coins are incredibly rare, with fewer than 10 known genuine examples certified by professional grading services like PCGS and NGC. These coins look distinctly different from regular 1944 D pennies. They are silver gray in color, lighter in weight, and magnetic, just like the 1943 steel cents. If you were to find one today, and it is authenticated in mint state condition, it could command a price well over $950,000, depending on grade, eye appeal, and collector demand. The highest prices ever realized for these coins at public auctions have consistently been in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, with even worn or circulated examples easily crossing the six-figure mark. But beyond the steel version, even the standard 1944D copper penny can be valuable, especially in superb gem uncirculated grades. With a mintage of 430,578,000, the regular copper 1944D wheat penny is common in circulated grades, but when found, in pristine MS68 red RD condition, with full original luster and no contact marks, it can still be worth several $1,000s. The real legend, however, belongs to the off-metal 1944D steel version. Coins like this don't just reflect rarity, they represent moments in history when human error, wartime necessity, and chance combined to produce something entirely unintended, yet immensely treasured. What makes the $950,000 valuation not only possible, but realistic, is the overwhelming collector demand for rare Lincoln cents, particularly error coins with a compelling backstory. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series, minted from 1909 to 1958, is one of the most widely collected U.S. coin types, and within this series, coins like the 1909 SVDB, the 1914D, the 1922 No D, the 1955 Double Die, and the 1943 Copper Penny are celebrated for their scarcity and value. The 1944D steel penny belongs in this elite group, and due to its rarity, even rarer than the 1943 copper, it stands as one of the crown jewels of U.S. coinage. Authentication is critical when dealing with such a valuable and rare coin. Many fake steel 1944D pennies exist, often made by altering genuine 1943 steel cents or 1944 copper cents through plating or mint mark manipulation. Professional grading services use advanced tests, including X-ray fluorescence, XRF, and magnetism testing, to determine authenticity and composition. If you believe you may have found one of these rare coins, it is vital to avoid cleaning or altering it and to submit it to PCGS or NGC for professional evaluation. The key identifiers of a genuine 1944D steel penny include the magnetic properties, a weight of approximately 2.7 grams, and the distinctive silvery appearance. Any example meeting these criteria should be viewed with suspicion and authenticated before assuming it is one of the ultra-rare ones. In terms of collector psychology, what drives the value of coins like the 1944D steel cent to reach $950,000 is a combination of extreme rarity, historical importance, and the undeniable thrill of owning something so few people on Earth possess. With fewer than 10 known examples and immense interest from both American and international collectors, demand far exceeds supply. Additionally, the story behind the coin, its connection to WTWs, the shift in metal composition, and the extraordinary mistake that birthed it, gives it a mystique that no regular coin can match. It becomes a story in metal, a tangible link to one of the most intense periods in global history. When a coin tells a story, especially one involving government decision-making during wartime and accidental survival of non-standard materials, it becomes more than a coin. It becomes a piece of history. This is especially true for those who see coins not only as investments or collectibles, but as historical artifacts. Beyond that, coins like the 1944D steel penny inspire hope and excitement among everyday people, many of whom dream of finding a hidden treasure in their pocket. Change or family coin jars. The popularity of coin hunting on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram has fueled a new generation of collectors who are more informed and curious than ever. Every now and then, a headline emerges about a rare penny selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the 1944D steel penny is often that headline. Its reputation grows every year, with estimates suggesting that future sales could reach over 1 million as high-grade examples continue to dwindle or become tightly held in private collections. Even the coin's aesthetic adds to its appeal. The obverse features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse features two classic wheat stalks symbolizing prosperity and harvest. Combined with its steel color, the coin stands out immediately among copper coins. In essence, the 1944D wheat penny, particularly the rare steel variety, is more than just metal. It is a cultural phenomenon. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist, a casual coin collector, or simply someone fascinated by rare finds, this coin represents the pinnacle of the hobby. Its current market value of $950,000 is not an exaggeration but a reflection of its incredible scarcity and irreplaceable role in American coinage history. It's a reminder that the tiniest details, a different metal blank, a forgotten planchet, or a minting oversight, can produce something that today is worth nearly $1 million. For collectors and dreamers alike, the 1944D steel wheat penny is a beacon of what is possible in the world of coins. So the next time you come across a 1944D penny, take a closer look. Is it copper or steel? Is it magnetic? Could it be the once-in-a-lifetime discovery that transforms an ordinary day into a historic one? If so, you may be holding one of the most valuable pennies in existence, a piece of American history. Next up, the 1950D wheat penny, a seemingly common coin struck at the Denver Mint, has become the center of great intrigue in the numismatic world. While millions of these coins were minted, specifically over 334 million pieces, the story doesn't end with its large mintage. Instead, it begins with the discovery of extremely rare error varieties and uncirculated high-grade specimens that have driven its potential market value to a jaw-dropping $850,000 in ultra-rare cases. Yes, a 1950D Lincoln wheat cent, if discovered, with certain unique attributes, minting errors, or in perfect mint state condition with exceptional eye appeal, can fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. Most collectors overlook this year and mint mark because of the large production volume. But as with many U.S. coins, the real value lies in the outliers. Those rare few coins that escaped quality checks, were struck on the wrong planchet, or emerged with remarkable preservation that makes them virtually one of a kind. The coin's design remains iconic, with Victor David Brenner's portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and the classic 1 cent flanked by wheat stalks on the reverse, making it instantly recognizable to even novice collectors. But in the right condition, this common coin transforms into a piece of treasure. Some 1950D wheat pennies were struck on foreign planchets or on experimental blanks, leading to weight anomalies and color differences that make them highly collectible. In fact, error collectors pay a premium for off-metal strikes, such as a 1950D penny mistakenly struck on a silver dime planchet or a thinner planchet intended for a different denomination. These errors are incredibly rare and, when certified by professional grading companies like NGC or PCGS, they can command astronomical prices. A coin like this, with impeccable provenance, a rare minting anomaly, and a top-grade finish, such as MS68 plus red, RD, could push the envelope of value all the way up to $850,000 or beyond, depending on buyer interest and market trends. Equally impressive is the allure of the full red coloration. Collectors and investors are willing to pay massive premiums for Lincoln cents that maintain their full original red luster even after 70-plus years. This brilliant copper sheen, preserved through exceptional storage and minimal handling, adds tremendous appeal to an already valuable coin. Less than a handful of 1950D wheat pennies have been certified by PCGS or NGC at the highest red designation, in MS68 or better. These specimens are so visually flawless and technically rare that they cross into the realm of ultra-rarity, not due to mintage, but due to survival rate and condition rarity. Coins that combine both mint error status and pristine condition are even more sought after, and are the ones most likely to break auction records. Another key factor adding to the 1950D wheat penny's soaring value is the increased public attention on rare U.S. cents, thanks to the rise of online numismatic communities, YouTube channels, and coin hunting influencers who showcase pocket change discoveries that have fetched massive payouts. This cultural shift has reignited interest in searching through penny rolls, coin jars, and old collections for that elusive $1,000,000 coin. And the 1950D wheat penny is at the top of many collectors' dream list. Its dramatic transformation from common to ultra-rare hinges on details that the average eye may miss, but that trained numismatists obsess over. The exact strike, die markers, color saturation, die cracks, off-center alignment, and planchet composition. Some known error types include double die obverse, DDO, and repunched mint marks, RPMs, where the D mint mark was stamped more than once slightly off position, creating a bold and visible doubling. These varieties can be worth thousands on their own, but when combined with high grades and luster, their value skyrockets. It's also important to understand that while many people own 1950D wheat pennies, only a fraction possess one in truly collectible, investment-grade condition. Circulated coins, even if they appear old and worn, are typically worth only face value to a few dollars depending on grade. The true market value of $850,000 applies exclusively to those extraordinary examples that meet the numismatic criteria of being both rare and exceptional. Collectors today are advised to look closely at their coins, check for magnetic properties, if suspected of off-metal striking, weigh the coin for anomalies, and observe mint marks under magnification to spot doubled or repunched marks. Preservation plays a key role too. Coins stored in controlled environments with no contact, in original mint sets or airtight capsules, have a far better chance of surviving in red designation. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC not only authenticate the coin's origin and material, but also assign it a numeric value based on strike quality, surface condition, and luster. All factors that dramatically affect price. A coin graded MS67 red might be worth $5,000 to $10,000, but an MS68 Plus red example with an error or unique provenance could fetch hundreds of thousands or more. The coin's story also adds to its value. Coins minted in 1950 reflect the post-World War II American economy, a time of growth, recovery, and cultural change. As part of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, the 1950D coin is a tangible symbol of that era, representing both affordability and enduring trust in American currency. In this way, it holds historical significance well beyond its metal content. Investors and collectors see such coins not just as curiosities, but as tangible assets with immense historical, cultural, and financial value. As coin auctions continue to set new records and collectors grow more competitive in their pursuit of unique coins, the 1950D wheat penny stands as a prime candidate for future multi-million-dollar interest. This is especially true when considering how few perfect examples are left in the wild. When someone discovers a flawless, uncirculated, or rare error example that gets authenticated and graded at a top level, the value immediately shifts from hundreds to thousands, and potentially to $850,000 or more, depending on the rarity and demand. Ultimately, this makes the 1950D Lincoln Wheat Penny one of the most important hidden gems in the U.S. coinage world. It's a reminder that extraordinary value can be hiding in the most ordinary of places, inside an old coin jar, a forgotten piggy bank, or an inherited collection tucked away in a drawer. For numismatists, collectors, and dreamers alike, the 1950D wheat penny isn't just a coin. It's a potential fortune, a mystery waiting to be discovered, and a legacy of American coinage history that continues to shine bright, especially when its market value reaches an astounding $850,000.